So there's already answer on Slack. So I asked about what is the race detector. So, what is the definition of a data race? Usually this is done using happens before definitions. You didn't mention anything about that, so it wasn't quite clear. And then the other question is, do you compare against HB race detectors, which are not maybe nothing to do with fuzzing. But they can be used with fuzzers, but it's nothing to do with fuzzing.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Yes, we use our customized checker, which is a log set based data race checker. It's different from the happen before based checker, but our work is focused on the fuzzing, how to explore the threat interleaving effectively. So we just use our customized checker to try to use some features of our fuzzer to help to improve the data risk detection. And this good question is that happened before is quite special for the data risk detection because the little threat interleaving insensitive. So maybe it is a good point to see whether our work can find more bugs than the other they happened before risk checker. But in our work is focused in the fuzzing side, so we just compared our work to existing fuzzer and combined with the usable data race checker. Your another question, cannot remember your another question. Can you repeat again? What's your
Okay, the two questions are related. So let me just explain the reason for the question. So HB data races are very well understood, and there is considerable theory behind them, right? So that was why I asked the question about the data race what is the definition of data race, and also that there are many HB-based data race detectors, which don't really need the thread interleaving, as you mentioned. So I guess you haven't compared, so maybe you cannot answer the question, but maybe it's good for future work.
Yeah, you're right.
Cool. I also wondered how would you handle different kinds of green thread implementations where you're switching stacks or partially switching stacks, or if you move to the kernel, how you would handle interrupt contexts that are firing at random times that will pollute your stack traces.
Yeah, it is quite, I have to say it's quite difficult to handle the interrupt because, but it's more about implementation instead of the conceptual level, because to handle the interrupt, we call the call step and check whether it's triggered by in a interrupt context. And if it is in a interrupt context, we will stop this the information of the function and the context in another side and separately record all the interrupt, and then we compare the interrupt and if there are any other non-interrupt context and the interrupt context, we will record them all, but with different data structure, and then try to capture accurately, and then get the core pair and the thread interleaving context more accurately.
Cool, thank you. Let's give him another hand of applause.